So, Hare Krishna dear devotees, thank you very much for coming for day 2 of the Mridanga Ashraya course. Okay, so today we will start officially with the Mridanga mantras. You guys can hear me properly?
Yeah.
All right. So joined by Reggie, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
and Chinmay. All right. Share my screen. Okay. The other one as well. Right. So thank you, Prabhu. So I'm gonna share something in the WhatsApp group if Steve Jobs allows me. I swear to God.
Is Zuckerberg? Oh, you're from your Apple.
Yeah, like I swear to God, like these laptops nowadays. I see we lost Bonolo. Okay, I'm gonna have to get away from here. So, did you get a chance to look at the Mridanga Pranam, Chinmay?
Not since yesterday, but I have it open here now.
Okay. So I'm gonna need Chinmay, can you please so kindly invoke auspiciousness?
Namo Jagannath Sutayo. Namo Mridanga Namaha. Labanga Rasa Madhuri. Sahasra Guna Samyam. Namo Mridanga Namaha. Namo Baladevayo Namo Namaha.
All right. Thank you. Reggie Prabhu, would you like to read the translation first? Just make it a bit audible for those online as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord of Sri Jagannath Mishra, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I offer obeisances unto the Mridanga from which sweet and nectarian sounds emanate. I offer my obeisances again and again unto the Mridanga who has thousands of good qualities. And I offer my obeisances unto the Lord Baladev, who assumes the form of the Mridanga to serve Lord Chaitanya.
Okay, so I'm gonna send for those who are in attendance, I'm sending you guys in the WhatsApp group today's class notes. Reggie Prabhu, you have your phone here? You have your phone here?
Yes.
So you're in the group, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, so I've sent
Bring my phone.
yes, please. I've sent today's class notes. Okay. Shakamataji, you have the notes? Or you just look from the screen, I guess. Okay. All right. So thank you very much. So yesterday we covered more about the history of the Mridanga, the theoretical part of the Mridanga. So today we're going to get into some practical. So now we're going to learn HASTA. HASTA translates to hand practice. As you'll see in the notes, for those on the screen can see, we're going to learn some mantras now. So when we play the Mridanga, it's a language. It's a language. It's similar to, I'm sure Byron probably you've had some experience where like someone that does not know how to read music, classical music, will look at the notes and say, what in the world is this? But for someone who's trained and expert in this knowledge, then it's very easy for them to follow the conductor by looking at their class notes. And so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to learn these mantras. And these mantras, they're not in English, of course. But by some practice, we will get used to hearing these mantras to the point where even regardless of whatever someone is playing, you can kind of start to hear that mantra. Sometimes like when I hear tere kheta and I'm not saying anything, I kind of hear tere kheta. That's what we're going to learn today. And that's the first basic one. So, all right. I'm getting another angle. So I'm going to log in on my laptop. I'm going to log in on my phone as well. So the phone will be more focused on the small side for those online. And because then they can also see exactly what I'm talking about. That. Technology just does not want to comply. Okay. All right. Let's do this the hard way. All right. Okay. So first one we're going to learn is tere kheta. Who has had some experience with tere kheta before?
In my mind.
In your mind?
Always chanting tere kheta, tere kheta.
Tere kheta.
Yeah.
All right. So tere kheta is in 4 parts, right? And a lot of people may ask, why do we have to do HASTA first? Well, HASTA is important. I also mentioned yesterday that we need to loosen up our wrists. Now, at the same time, while we're loosening them up, we have to strain our wrists because that's where our power comes from. It's not really about your biceps and your shoulders, guys. I'm sorry, guys. it's more about your wrists and cartels as well. It's all about your wrists. So the first part, so when I use our thumb, it might be a bit painful, but we have to get these calluses to protect ourselves. It's like in training or whatever. So for guys can choose who will use that red drum first. So Shaka, you have your drum ready? And Ponolo as well. Ponolo, can you put on your video, please? You have your drum ready? Okay. So, all right. So with the first 4 fingers, these ones. Because there's 2 different ways of hitting the drum. Open and close. So open is where you bounce off. This is open. Then close when you want to dim down some, close that sound. So you'll notice sometimes we have open. So sometimes it's a bit different now because open and close. So now we're gonna close on, that's called tere. So rule of thumb is the base of your knuckles on your palm is where it touches the rim, like right there. And don't beat the drum because the drum will beat you back. You will get cuts by doing that. So just be gentle. So that's tere. And then re would be with the thumb right after that. Re. Re. So you see with the thumb, I'm touching it there. See? You see? So there, there. Now you have to also say it. So there, 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 there. Then we get ge. Tere, ge, which is closed. So the first three parts of this mantra are closed. Tere, ge, tere, ge. So you see, it's the whole hand covering the whole big side in the middle. Because if you don't close, then it's open, and we're not doing open yet. So it's so say. Can you unmute yourself, Vishaka, so we can also hear you in Bonolo? It's close. Close. Close.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the last part is da, which is like opposite of there was close. Now we have da. It's different sound, eh? Not on the big side, the small side. That's the only one that's open. No, that's open. Open, you just bounce it off. Basically, I don't want to use the word slap, but just slightly, gently smack it. You don't close it down. You're probably using his drum? Jay? Because he was like, Vishaka, will you show us? Show us tere, kheta, but you must say it as well, eh? Keep going. So tere, kheta. So now this mantra will be the first homework everyone has. I'll take it. Yeah, you have my number. Just WhatsApp it.
Yes.
I don't know.
You're not gonna use it. No, I'm going.
Yeah. So
Thank you, bro.
So tere, kheta is your first homework for the week. Yeah, perfect. Do you want to play? Let's see it. No, tere is closed. Nice. Nice. Play, keep playing. Now we want to play. For those who are playing on their hips, let's play together. All right. So 1, 2, 3, go. Tere, 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 you say it? Yeah. Everyone? Everyone can't hear you? Vishaka? Vishaka, can't hear you? So keep going. This mantra this will be the homework, first homework of the week. Now we can start. So, and the goal is that you want to test yourself. At least, like if you want to do it properly, you can do it in 3 speeds, right? 10 minutes each speed, right? That will be the second speed. Close. Everything is close for that. Close. Close. And then once after now you'll do for 10 minutes. In the second, when you from 10 minutes to 20 minutes, you will so you double the speed. Then you can test yourself for another 10 minutes and just go as fast as you can. Some breaths. So this exercise that makes your wrist loose, so that one day you can play it fast. See, just using your wrist, not your shoulders. Your shoulders make you tired. Just using your wrist. So everyone will be expected to play this next week. So Saturday. So yeah. Now, if you look to mantra number 2.
Mantra number 2.
Yeah. Do you want to maybe look on Prabhu's phone, or you have it on your phone? So you can look at there with Prabhu. Yeah. So Byron, you have it? Because you were playing mostly on your hips there.
Yeah.
Show us tere kheta, let's see. Tere kheta. Perfect. It's like he's been already doing it for a while. Eh? I don't think this is your first time playing tere kheta.
No, it is.
You serious?
It's the first time.
Horrible.
But it's not. I find that I've never used the thumb before.
Yeah, that's actually the proper way of learning, because a lot of people don't want to use the thumb because it's not nice. It's, you know, once you have your skin here, it becomes a bit harder. You actually see that there's a lot of benefits playing with the thumb. Then you can use a whole hand. You're not limited just by the 4 fingers.
Absolutely. It's the way that I play Darbuka. It's kind of an adaptation. So
That big drum.
It's like a small little Arabic drum.
Oh, okay.
That's nice. So that's nice to see, because I haven't used that technique yet.
On the Mridanga. So now mantra 2. Vishaka, you still okay? Horrible mata. Okay. So we're gonna do tere kheta, tere kheta. You see, so tere we know. So now that repetition is now just to also help you to be adaptable, you know, so that you don't just get used to one thing. Tere kheta. Now we're gonna do tere kheta, tere kheta. You see. So now we're gonna take it step by step. Tere. Now it's tere twice. So tere, then kheta. That's it. It helps to say the mantra Chinmay.
Yeah.
And even if you have to look at it directly, just, you know, it's fine. So maybe from next week I'll just print it out so that it's nice and big for everyone. I have a board here. That's just the holy name. So tere nice. So now we're gonna all do it together. Please be audible. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, with us? Tere, ta, tere, ta. One more time. Tere, ta, tere, ta. Don't worry, like obviously when you're doing your own personal sadhana, Mridanga sadhana, you'll start to get used to hearing these mantras, and then you'll say, okay, tere, kheta, okay, that's fine, I got that down. And tere, okay, kheta, that's it. So tere, kheta, tere. So, right. Are there any other questions, Vishaka? Do you have it?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. But you must also say it as well, eh?
Yeah.
Tere, kheta, tere, kheta.
Haribo. Wow, at 8 years old, eh? Haribo. All right. Okay, so now we're moving on to mantra 3. So if there's any questions, really, you can stop me at any time. We're doing 4 mantras today. And these 4 mantras will be your homework for the week, right? So you know your own schedule and you know how best to put it in, but at least a minimum of an hour, you know, then I'm telling you, will make drastic difference in your Mridanga playing.
So, Prabhu, how many times each mantra?
In terms of practice?
Yeah, just like divided in an hour.
If we divide it in an hour,
Or which one is
maybe
more
even,
or less?
maybe even give each mantra 20 minutes at least.
Okay.
But you can even make it half and make it 40 minutes, as long as maybe you do it twice a day. Like maybe, but also it depends on the student, you know. Like for me, I needed a lot of time to practice because I was like, wow, this is weird. Like my left hand and right hand are doing different things and I must say it at the same time. And I just ended up, because I didn't have a teacher, I just ended up saying it quiet and I did it. And when it was time for me to start learning to sing in kirtan with the drum, I couldn't do it. It was like, you know, because I was not used to singing or saying something while playing the drum. So we have to now, it's maybe very difficult now, but if we get used to it from our foundation, then it will be very easy to learn any other mantras. Because someone can just tell you, play this mantra, da, 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 and then you just say, okay, you know, you just do it. Because you already spent so much time learning the foundation. You know, really, all these mantras, you'll notice that a lot of these mantras will get repeated in different mantras, like tere, 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 kheta, taka, tere, kheta. You know, it's like it's just a lot of tere, kheta. You know, but it's just the repetition. You know? And that's when it really gets nice, because when you're doing like mantras that are like 32, because now we're doing a mantra that's got 4 beats, tere, kheta. Then you get a mantra that's got 64 beats or 32 beats. You know, so and you have to, that's one repetition. Then you start all over up to 32 again, start all over, and that's just one. And that's where we normally see it. It's done in a lot of slow kirtans, where it's like, and then the kirtan goes, you know. So that's that's actually hand practices as well. So they have practical application. So, but we'll see it as we progress.
Yeah, so one question. Also, are those tere, kheta, are those basically the 4?
No, these are still, we haven't even done open on this side. Still ja, there's still ge, there's still taka or tikhi. So there's still a lot of others. So, there's still the warmth. There's still nak. So there's the normal one. We're gonna do like we're gonna play 3 fingers. We're gonna play 1 here. We're gonna play the thumb in the same mantra.
Okay.
And then so this is different sound, right? But then when you do a nak, like a metallic tin sound. It's like a tabla tin sound. And then we normally see that in a lot of like bhajan kirtans. So all these things are gonna still come.
Yeah.
But now, mantra 3. Everything fine? Panolo, questions? Okay, I will. So now we're gonna do tere, kheta, tere, kheta, tere, 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 kheta. So we're doing tere, kheta twice. Then we're gonna do tere 3 times and then kheta. So it's basically like mantra 2, but with an extra tere, kheta and an extra tere, basically. So you see how you have to like really now get the tere, kheta down. So that's like the basis of all these mantras. Tere, kheta. Now we're going tere, kheta, tere, kheta, tere, 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 kheta. See? So now we're gonna do a bit slower. So tere, kheta, tere, kheta, tere, 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 kheta. See? So it's pretty simple now that we've already been accustomed to tere, kheta and tere, kheta, tere, tere, kheta. You see, now we're going tere, kheta, tere, kheta, tere, 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 kheta. You see, even when you say like that, you can get to see that a rhythm is starting to come here. Tere, kheta, tere, kheta, tere, 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 kheta. See? Tere, tere, tere. See? So now,
That's right.
so now we're gonna do it a couple more times for 30 seconds at a very slow pace. So Vishaka, Manolo, follow with me. Iron through. Kita. Tere, kheta. Tere, kheta. Tere, 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 kheta. From the top. Tere, kheta. Tere, kheta. One more time. Nice. So it's kind of meditative actually when you think about it. It's like mantra meditation, but with the Mridanga. So this is the language of the Mridanga that has been passed down to us by His Grace, His Holiness, Narottam Das Thakur. So all these mantras are coming from him directly, Narottam Das Thakur. So we have to keep that in mind that these are great mantras are coming from great personalities. All right. Okay. So now mantra 4 presents the one I was talking about. Tikhi, tikhi, tikhi. Very simple. Yeah. So it's like A and K. Everyone can do that, right? So let's see. Let's do a T and a K. Everyone can do it. You see? So yeah. So tikhi, T, so the T-I and then K-H-I. Ki. Tikhi. You'll notice a lot of times like why did they not use de instead of T? Why did they not use K instead? Now they're using ki. Sometimes they use ta, ka. So you know. So my Mridanga teacher told you that no, Prabhu, that's same thing, don't worry. I was like, okay, Prabhu, I will. He didn't explain further, so I'm telling you the same thing. It's just the same thing. Just pretend it's de and ke. In your mind, you may say de ke, but you can also learn it like this. Tikhi, See this? Tikhi, taka. Tikhi, taka. So now it's like, you can actually hear it. So it's tikhi, taka, tere, kheta. Oh, hold up. Tikhi, taka, tere, kheta, 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 takhi, tere, kheta. Okay, I haven't done that in a while. Okay, so I take this by size. So E. So everything is open here except for the da. Let's close except for the da. Everything is closed except for the da. From tere, kheta. So let's keep that in mind. Because with these ones, it's very easy just to go. Yeah. So you have to keep closing it. E, da, ki, ke, re, ke, da, ke, da, ki, ke, re, ke, da. Wow. So that one will be the hardest one we'll learn today.
Can you say it's long, bro? That one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see. But I made an error. Sorry, I made an error. I did say everything is open except for everything is closed except for da, but it's tikhi taki. Tikhi taki, because I forgot it's a da there. I'm reading tikhi tiki. So it's e da ki. Can I remember that? E da ki e re ke da ke da ki e re ke da. This is a long one. This is a long one. This is now we're getting introduced to the 8 beats one. So it's got 8 different components now that we have to learn. Tikhi, the tikhi. So as long as you just get the tikhi part first.
Okay.
Tikhi, then you know you're done. Then now it's same as tikhi, but now open.
Kheta, kheta, takhi, tere, kheta. Oh
So,
my God.
all at the same time now. So we're gonna do it extremely slow, this one. So, all right. Okay. Tikhi, da, ki, e, re, ke, da, ke, ki, e, re, ke, da. One more time. Ki, da, ki, e, re, ke, da, ke, da, da, ki, e, re, ke, da. So that you would want to spend the most time on during your training. If you think about it, like maybe it's separated also in days, because we have 5 days to prepare for Saturday, right? Or 6 including this today's one. But if you're going Sunday live feast, then that's fine. But for Monday and Tuesday, just at least focus on getting the first 3. Because the first 3, those are your foundational pieces. Just focus on the first 3. Then from Wednesday on, you test yourself with this mantra 4. Right? Vishaka, I think you're also still in school, or is it holidays now?
No.
So
Cool.
so your time is very limited. So now after your homework and stuff, straight to the Mridanga. No TikTok, no YouTube, nothing. The only thing that you will watch on YouTube is this class. Yeah. So
Prabhu, do you have to learn all 4 in this week here, or could you not do like the first 3 in this week and then the 4th one the following? Or is it building up to something?
It's building up to something. There's actually a lot more hand practice mantras we have to do. And,
Okay.
and we're gonna focus on the heart sadhana for the next month. So for 4 weeks, we have to first introduce these mantras, and then we progressively add more. Hare Krishna. When did you leave? And what mantra were you? What mantra?
Oh, tere.
Was it the second one? Was it okay? Was it tere? Did you do tere kheta tere kheta tere 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 kheta?
No.
Okay. So no worries. I'll add you to the group, and then you'll get this class recording as well.
Okay.
Then, yeah. But now we just did a monumental one.
Oh.
A monumental mantra, and it's a bit difficult. And yes, in a week it may seem like a lot, but trust me, as soon as you start practicing, you'll realize it's actually very easy. You just have to get through the first hurdle of understanding what the difference between tere, kheta, and takhi. And the book here that I've shared in the group has everything. It even shows you which hand, or which left hand must be this, or so it's gonna be very nicely explained. So let me say it for you now. So it's tikhi, takhi, tere, kheta. So when you say these mantras, try and say it in a rhythm as well. It's like when we're learning Bhagavatam verses or Bhagavatam verses or Bhagavad Gita verses, we use a meter. So also we have to use a meter here just to help us remember these mantras. So it's tikhi, takhi, tere, kheta, kheta, takhi, tere, kheta. So that's your meter. You see? So what you can do, what I did in the beginning, I used to clap my hands and I would record myself because I didn't know about metronome apps. I'd record myself for 2 minutes and then I'll just play to my clap. But you don't have to be austere like that. You can just get a metronome app and just set it at a specific frequency. I'll even maybe share a link to one app that you guys can use in the group just to keep the timing. If, like, for example, Vishaka, I'm sure is very fortunate because now maybe her mom can play it with kartals. That's why I said you can also do it with kartals. Just bing, bing, bing. And that'll be your meter. And then when you want to test yourself, you just increase the frequency or the speed. Tikhi, takhi, tere, kheta. 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 You see? But obviously that'll be probably Thursday, Friday. Trust me, and if you struggle, I'm here. I'm also available during the week. Can video call me, can message me, I'm available. Can come to the temple if you can come. Just tell me, hey Karuna, can I just have maybe 1 hour of your time, maybe after prasad in the evening or something, or before prasad, something. Then yeah, you can even call me, Vishaka, Manolo, you can call me. I'm accessible. So now, it's tikhi, takhi, tere, kheta. Kheta, takhi, tere, kheta. So tikhi is like te, ke.
Oh, this tere kheta take
Close on both sides. And then remember, da is always open. Kheta. So yeah, so takhi. Yeah. So it's tikhi, takhi. Nice. Tere, kheta. Then it's kheta, takhi. So it's kheta, takhi. It's the same.
Yeah.
And then tere, kheta. Takhi. Tere, kheta. Tere, kheta. And then you just you can even just look at the mantra. I just like to look these on my laptop because then I can enlarge it and make it a whole screen. Maybe let me try and do it for those online as well. You guys now, right? Vishaka, you can see it better now? Much better now, ne? I know you don't have problems with the eyes, but maybe much as you can see it now. So it's
It is better.
So it's tikhi. So we're gonna do this together now. Okay, this will be the last one. Then you can ask questions afterwards. So it's tikhi. Audible? Byron, Prabhu? Yeah, start again. Okay, so you're gonna be audible. Repeat after me, right? Tikhi, ta, ki, te, ta, ke, ta, ta, ki, te, re, ta. I like it. Nice and loud. Nice and loud. Now we're gonna do it again, but a little bit louder. So it's ki, ta, ki, te, re, ta, ke, ta, ki, re, ta. That's it. As long as you get the rhythm of it, that's all about. Mridanga playing is all about getting the rhythm. It's not really, I mean, the mantras are important as well because they help us establish a base rhythm. But it's very important to always feel the Mridanga, to feel the mantra. You see, it's like also how also in the Prabhupada described in Bhagavad Gita that we have to have realized knowledge and not just knowledge. You know, and knowledge would be like being a jnani, just knowing everything. But once you practically apply that information, now becomes so deep in your consciousness that you can't forget it. You know, like when you read about waking up in the morning and all that, and you have never done it, it's like, that's impossible. Cold shower in the morning, waking up, it's not possible, you know, every day. But once you've done it for a while, you get to realize actually there's actually a lot of benefits to waking up early, taking cold shower, and because you've realized it now. So even with this, how do you realize now these mantras? Right? Just keep saying them, even when you're not having your Mridanga. You know, tere, kheta, tere, kheta. It should just be in your mind, whether you're washing the dishes or you're walking somewhere. Just maybe even if you have to record yourself, maybe if your own voice is better, maybe my voice is not so nice, but maybe just record yourself and just keep listening to that vibration. Same how we learned the Hare Krishna mantra. We didn't just, you know, it wasn't just Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, you know, we also had to learn it. And at first it was a bit difficult to have to remember it without looking. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Now we sing it like it's not Jaya Shri Krishna. There's no need to look at the phone now. The mantra. See, so even with these mantras, the same principle. You see, and a lot of philosophy is behind this as well. And it's a nice way, because then we can also use these skills for also how we can also learn Bhagavad Gita verses and all that, or whatever skills you've learned in there, you can use them here. So I use my skills of learning, you know, Bhagavad Gita versus meter and all that, and I realized, okay, this is all about meter. It's not different. It's actually more relying on meter now because you're playing a musical instrument. You see, so every dance, every step is a dance, and every word is a song in the spiritual world. So similarly with this, you know, this is where you can get practical application of that. Wherever you say, it's nice to sing, you know, tikhi, takhi, you know, tikhi, takhi, tere, kheta, 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 taka, tikhi, taka. Then it's just gonna lose. Like, oh, what did I just say? You know, so it's tikhi, takhi, tere, kheta, kheta, takhi, tere, kheta. And when you know like that, and if you know it, at least it'll make it easier. It'll make it easier. Tere, kheta, 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 But now, I'm not gonna just leave you like that. I'm not gonna just leave you like that. I will also record myself playing these mantras, right? So that you can have someone to follow along with. And I will record it. Each will be 10 minutes long. So, right, so that you don't feel like you're just doing it alone. So I will record myself playing tere, kheta in different paces during the video, right? Then you can practice it like that with me every day. So I'll do tere, kheta. I will also say it audibly. So when I'm saying it audibly, you must also say it with me. All the way up to this one, mantra 4. That should make it a bit easier. And I'll upload it on the YouTube. And I'll share the links to the group. That's good, right? Yeah, that's better. That's better than just me giving you these mantras and telling you to go study them. Right, Vishaka? Much better, right? Yeah. So you practice with me, you know? Then I can be your sadhana. You just watch each video. That's 40 minutes. And then you continue your day. Or if you want to do it again, you can start it all over again. And then just know you're done with your two sessions a day. You know? 2 sessions of each mantra. 10 minutes, and you're done. You know, after a while, it will just be very easy. And you can still, you know, that also I had to learn because it's like you have to rap a bit, you know, rap. So are there any questions? Punolo? Even a Hare Krishna would be nice.
No, I'm still good.
Okay. So yeah, so you just borrow a drum from someone and then practice. You can call me. I'll also have videos there. So anyone can call me if they want. Just remember, as you're playing, you must be audible. Must be audible. Whatever you're playing, you must pronounce it. Any questions, Vishaka? Any questions from Joburg?
You okay, Prabhu? Yeah. Just gonna practice mantra 4.
And mantra 4, yeah. But I'm telling you, if you just know it in that tikhi, takhi, tere, kheta. See, if you just playful with it, it's supposed to be fun. Like I said yesterday, you know, it's supposed to be fun. Yeah, and it was just, that's why I said you guys are perfect. You know, we have the fun people, we have the learners, we have the ones who want to adapt, be adaptive. You know, and that's what you need as a Mridanga player. You need to learn, and you need to have fun while learning, and you have to adapt because sometimes you just get thrown a curveball like tikhi, takhi. You know, and it's gonna get more intense with the next one because now we're gonna open the left side. So next week, I'm just gonna display what we're gonna do next week. So let's listen. So it's tere, kheta, tere, kheta, tere, kheta, tere, kheta, tere,
Vishaka got a question.
yes.
I think I forgot what you said yesterday, but it's a tune, right? That I was playing.
The one, yeah, it was right. I mean, everything you do on the Mridanga is proper as long as you're keeping a rhythm, right? But also that's why we have to also know the authorized mantras as well from Narottam Das Thakur. So then there's a lot of mercy that comes in playing these mantras. It's all about having a foundation before we, like it's the same with spiritual life, right? We first have to follow the rules and regulations and be a perfect follower before we can start teaching people. You know, I can't teach you when I don't know Mridanga as well. You know, so we have to first learn properly and you know, learn these mantras, and that will be our foundation. And then in the kirtan, yes, then you can, you know, these are all mantras. See, these are all mantras, but I can freestyle with it because I've learned the mantras, and even sometimes you haven't even learned a specific beat, but just because it's similar to another one that you learned, then you know, okay, I just have to add one more, you know. This is the beat. We want to learn this beat. You can also customize it. See, just keep adding more, and then you just change the whole thing. So that's a quick tere on the side. So there's a quick tere. Now we're introducing the nut. See, you can customize the same thing because you've learned the base. See? So you have to get the foundation first, right? Then you can see? So that's why we're learning HASTA, so that we can be able to freestyle on demand with other mantras that we've learned. You see? And even someone that, like my Mridanga Prabhu, he still does his HASTA mantras till this day. And my goodness, if you can see him, I'll share his videos in the video. Oh, it's just in the group. I'll send him. Yeah, it's amazing. Just and we did 6 mantras in the first day. And we had to learn them just like that on the video. It was a 3-hour-long class, and we had to just learn it right there. There's no giving you a week. No. I had to learn it right there. The next day, it's something else, another 6, you know, and just intense for 3 months straight. We were sending pictures of our hands in the group, and my hands are bleeding. You know, my hands are bleeding. You know, it was just like people sending, and then he was like, "Don't beat the drum." But then when you say, you just, you know, so practice makes perfect. It's all about practice, right? And we have to also understand the mood of the Mridanga. We have to really start to see the Mridanga as a personality. That is something I cannot stress even more. We have to see the Mridanga as a personality. It is your friend. It's Balaram himself. He wants you to be a good Mridanga player, but the one thing that can stop your progress is pride. That's something we always have to keep checking, you know, because there's always someone else who's a better drum player than you. You know, just when you think, wow, I'm a very good drum player. Wow, you know, the Mataji said I'm playing nice. Wow, she even gave me donation. You know, and then Reggie comes along. You know, and like, oh my gosh. And then Reggie thinks, wow, I'm amazing. You know? And then Vishaka comes along, and Vishaka's like, ah. And last but not least, Chinmay is like, I'll show you guys. You know, so that's something, you know, you realize that you start developing a relationship with the drum, and, you know, you start communicating the drum internally. And it's not something that someone can explain, but it's like, wow, you know. So the more submissive we are, the more we spend time with Balaram, the more personal we get with him, and the more he gives us realizations. Similarly with the purports of Srila Prabhupada, we can read them constantly, every day, but you're always gonna keep seeing something new, because more realizations are given to you by the Lord. So even when we play the instruments, the harmonium, you know, sometimes we learn the tune the harmonium, and it can sound very robotic, you know, very robotic. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare. But it's not the way you want. And then someone else plays the same one, but he's got so many other ragas and stuff in between, you know. So it's all about practice and more realizations. The more you practice submissively, the more realizations you get. Very simple. Yeah. And you can add, and that's the nice thing about Mridanga is that it's like our spiritual life in practice, practically, you know. Everything is very practical, and, you know, it's like deity worship, basically. This is deity worship, you know, worshipping the form of Lord Balaram as a Mridanga, and you worshiping him. That's why we have to do the pranam mantra first, you know. So we have to show respect and treat the drum with respect, you know. Make sure that we don't just throw the drum, you know, because all these things can impact how we play. Because Balaram is not gonna like you if you just threw him on the ground, you know. So we have to always keep this in mind that we are dealing with someone that's very on a high platform. It's Ananta Shesh, Balaram, Sankaracharya, right here on our lap. Okay. So any more questions? So we will conclude this. So you'll see that we also have more mantras at our disposal. So you see we have mantra 5. That's for another time. You see. No, mantra 5, something's wrong here. Mantra 5 is the same as the 3.
Mantra 5 is nice.
Yeah. No, don't worry, I'll correct that. And yeah. All right. From next week, we'll do a little bit more tere ketas. But when I'm putting in now, ke, which is the open on the side, and then in ja is both open at the time. The others way close here and open here. Stuff next week. But you get used to this. Right. Right. Divine grace, Mr. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thanks, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Haribo.